Okay. Story time with Sack.
Every time with Sack. Okay, this here is an anime called Servant Service. It has an
Mm-hmm.
average mouse score of 7.65. It was animated by A1 Pictures and was directed by Yasutaka Yamamoto, who also directed Problem Children from Another World, that one show that I haven't seen yet. He directed Noblesse. He directed the Nekopara anime. Probably has less hits than the game does, though. Those I feel like are the big things he's directed. Um, yeah, it looks like it aired in summer of 2013. And let's see, frustrating, insufficient, and irritating is how most citizens would describe civil servants. However, three new employees are about to discover what really happens behind the scenes. Lucy Yamagami, bent on revenge against a civil servant who allowed her comically long name to be put on her birth certificate. Yutaka Hasebe, an easygoing guy, always on the lookout for a place to slack off, and Saya Miyoshi, a nervous first time worker, are about to experience the underwhelming satisfaction of being government employees. They are supposed to be trained by Taishi Ichiyama, but he has no idea how to do so, even though he has worked there for 8 years with an incompetent senior colleague and unfavorable confrontations with clients. The trio starts to lose their faith in their chosen occupation, but encourage each other to do their best. Now, do you have any idea why I just read you this?
No.
Servant Service is the very first anime dartboard series.
Oh yeah, that's one that I wasn't a part of. Yeah.
Yes. Back then, there was no rules for anime dartboard. And the reason I'm bringing it up right now is welcome to Anime Dartboard Rematch, the show, the new segment where we go over old anime dartboard shows and we review them. John, have you watched Servant Service?
You know damn well I haven't.
Of course not. I didn't actually tell you about this segment until I decided to make it. So the reason you weren't informed about Servant Service and the Anime Dartboard Rematch segment that we have just now started, that's right. We have another new segment on this podcast. Welcome. This is why this is the Aunt Topic podcast. Um, is because there didn't used to actually be rules for Anime Dartboard. And so Servant Service is not dubbed. So I didn't actually tell you about this one.
Fair enough.
It is short enough to have been considered for dartboard under the current rules, but it was not dubbed. So I didn't give you advanced warning because I didn't think you'd be interested.
No.
So I am going to be reviewing Servant Service so far. So I have seen this show like 3 times now. The first time I forgot. The second time was after I made my Mal account as the very first anime dart for Anime Dartboard. And the third time was to review it for, yet again, Anime Dartboard. This show gets worse every time I watch it, to be honest with you. I liked it a lot the first time, liked it okay the second time, and now it's decent, I guess. It has its funny comedic moments, but there's it slows down a lot in the center. And honestly, I find that the like stuffed bunny rabbit mecha chief is kind of silly and out of place in the show. Beautiful opening, which I actually did use during the anime opening tier list. I forgot where it ranked though. The characters are likable, but the problem is that sometimes the show is just kind of slow. It's got a whole like slice of life sort of vibe to it. It's a decent show, but I don't think it's anything that great. And it's definitely not worth rewatching. If you're okay with subbed anime, I would definitely give it a go. And if you're not, you're probably good for skipping it, honestly. Just a decent romance comedy series where you get to see the main couple actually, come together, and they're adults in a workplace, which is pretty rare for anime in general. So there is some there too. Anyone who's ever been an adult and worked can definitely relate to this show. I will tell you that much right now. Sometimes I see parts of the show and go, Oh boy, I've been there.
I've been an adult and I have worked.
Oh, I know that shit they're dealing with. Yeah, it's a good show, but it's not the best. It's currently it was at a 7 when I re-rated it. It's currently at like a 6 now. It's good enough, I guess. There we go, anime dartboard rematch. Now, real quick though, you know what we do at the end of an anime dartboard episode, right?
I pick a new anime.
Got to pick a new anime. So
Mm-hmm.
let's shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Oh, hold on. This isn't canon. I just realized I fucked up.
They fucked her in the credits, Maid said. That's nice. I once watched a
Um,
romance anime movie where it ends with them fucking through the credits.
okay, I'm sorry. I fucked up right there. I fucked up. I forgot to put the board back on. Okay. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Here we go.
Oh, hey, it's Mr. Beast.
And it's
Jesus Christ, Zach.
Black Bullet? What? Oh my! Who'd have guessed it would be Black Bullet?
Nothing but Black Bullet.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's an incredibly diverse list of Black Bullet 57 times, the exact number of options that were on my watch later list when I threw the original dart. Yes, I did remember that number. Because Servant Service was 58. Okay, Black Bullet. This is, let's see, it's got an average score of 7.12. Ran in spring 2014. Animated by Cinema Citrus and Orange. Looks like it was directed by Masayuki Kojima. Let's see, its tags are action, mystery, sci-fi, and setting. Ooh, and Masayuki Kojima, what exactly did you make? You directed Made in Abyss. Ooh, everybody loves that. You directed Monster. Ooh, famous. It's terrible, but you directed it anyway. Everybody loves it. It's still fucking garbage. Go watch my review on why Monster is garbage. Made in Abyss movie. Some show that's already coming out. Piano in the Forest. I hear that's actually not very good. A show that is on the dartboard but hasn't been thrown yet. I'm looking for important stuff. Obviously, there's stuff I've selected, but I'm looking for stuff that people actually have heard of. That's it. That's the stuff people have actually heard of. Okay. So, let's see. In the year 2021, a parasitic virus known as Gastrea infects humans and turns them into monsters. What is left of mankind now lives within the monolith walls that are made of veranium, the only material that can hurt Gastrea. To counter the threat that the Gastrea pose, cursed children, female children whose bodies contain trace amounts of the virus which grant them superhuman abilities, officially called initiators by the Tendo Civil Security, are given partners called promoters, people who work to guide and protect the young initiators. These teams of two are sent on missions to fight monsters created by the Gastrea virus and keep them at bay. Black Bullet revolves around the team of Enju Aihara, an initiator, and Satomi Rentaro, a promoter, as they go on missions to fight growing threat of Gastrea in their hometown of Tokyo. I actually learned about this show from Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, which is probably most famous for giving me the Envoy of Hope title, and probably nothing else. Yeah, so this will be a fun ride. Fun fact was the highest rated favorite search anime. So that'll be cool. Only 13 episodes, and hey, guess what, John? This one is dubbed. Yes, it is.
I've heard of it, yeah.
So this one is totally watchable if you would like to participate in Rematch.
Yeah, we can do that. Just throw it in the Discord so I remember to watch it.
Sure. It's already in the Discord, actually. It was the second part.
Oh.
It's already in there, actually. It's just way at the top. This
Yeah.
is a new thing I've noticed on Mal. They will occasionally, they don't do this for every series, they will occasionally mention where it might be viewable. So it might be viewable on Crunchyroll and Netflix. You
Oh,
can
they
try
finally
other.
started doing that?
Huh?
They finally started doing that?
They do, but not for every show I've noticed, just for some of them. So it is available on Crunchyroll and Netflix, if possibly. Um, anyway, yeah, that is Black Bullet. What are your feelings about Black Bullet, John?
It has been mentioned to me,
Mm-hmm. In a good way
which
or a bad way?
it's just been mentioned.
Mm. Mm. I
It
know
is
I've
not.
mentioned it positively before on the podcast because
Okay,
it's
yeah,
kind of
'cause I've
famous
heard,
for being the highest rated dart on the podcast. Well, but it was pre-podcast. So I actually am looking forward to rewatching this. Is it worse than I remember? Maybe, probably.
it is not on Netflix.
Well, there's an asterisk that says it might not be available on Netflix for you. It might be on Crunchyroll.
I
It could be on Funimation. I'm genuine. Look, you know what? It's not a big deal. We'll find it. All right.
I'm finding. I'm gonna just if I add it now, then I won't forget.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Anime Dartboard rematch. Moving on to the next segment.